Go.
1, 2,
3, 4,
5,
6,
7, 8, 9, 10.
11.
12.
I went on and did what I had to do because it was time to make a change in my life, to become the woman that I am inside. I am not my hair, I am not the skin, I'm a soul that lives within. These are lyrics from a 2006 song by India Irie entitled I Am Not My Hair. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but just by hearing these words alone, it is so clear that they are coming from a woman who feels so great about herself and has lifted herself up into this glorious cloud that's untouchable by any negativity that surrounds her. This is self-empowerment, power that comes from inside. Now, I care so deeply about this topic because I myself have had similar moments of feeling like I was on top of the world, like I could do just about anything and succeed at it. And I believe that everyone should feel this way as much as possible. But these moments don't come as often as they should. Now, I'm sure you yourselves have had your own experiences with a negative self-image in some way or another. We're human. It's what we do. Unfortunately, this is a problem that's affecting too many people. According to an article entitled America's Self-Esteem issued by Dr. Jim Taylor from 2010, 85% of the nation suffers from low self-esteem, feeling down and out in themselves and lacking in self-respect. That's a problem. That is why today I would like to talk to you about self-empowerment and why I believe we should embrace this amazing power of people based on statistics that I have studied thoroughly and even tried out myself, all in hopes that you will be inspired to try these yourself and to go out and engage in the daily practice of self-empowering activities so that you can embrace the soul that lives inside of you. Now, the greatest problem here is that too many people are feeling low and not investing enough time in their own self-healing and building. This is especially problematic because it can cause bigger issues internally than you may even realize. In 2014, the U.S. Traveler wrote in their article, "Work Martyr Complex emerges at the expense of America's health and well-being," that 40% of Americans do not utilize their vacation time or paid time off. 22% of those people claim that they did this because they were afraid of being looked at by their employers as replaceable. You see, it all started because they had such little value in the work that they did that they felt that taking one day off just to make themselves feel good would cancel out all the amazing things that they were doing at their job. It's a continuous cycle and it needs to stop. This article also wrote that doing this sacrifices your health, well-being, and your ability to hold a positive relationship. Now, this is also a problem because so many people are overly invested in trying to fix other people. In 2013, Sex Central wrote an article, Symptoms of Codependency, by Darlene Lancer, that people who do this are often suffering from a problem with trying to be obsessed with perfection. In doing this, it makes them feel like they can control things that they have absolutely no power over, wanting to fix their friends and their problems and things that have nothing to do with their own lives. This only causes more stress on them and anxiety, which leads to a poor self-image. Now, something that's common when people who feel this way is codependency, having an unhealthy addiction to someone else's problems or their lives in general. This is known as people-pleasing, sacrificing your own needs just to help somebody else in something that you probably really aren't helping in. All this causes is a lack in self-respect and eventually self-hatred. Now, low self-esteem and not taking enough time to think about yourself is a problem, but there's a solution. I propose that all of us take time out of our day to engage in 1 to 2 forms of self-empowering activities just to think about yourself and what makes you truly happy on the inside. Now, this is a solution because it helps you do better in all of your areas of your life. Ellen G. Goldman, health and wellness coach, wrote in 2010, 8 ways to put yourself on your priority list that taking time out for yourselves helps you to relax, refocus, and recharge. Sarah Klein wrote in the Huffington Post in 2012 in 10 health benefits that relaxing and taking time out to think about what makes you happy enhances your heart, your memory, and reduces your risk for stroke and depressive symptoms. Ellen G. Goldman also wrote in her article that once you do finally take the time out to go out and think about yourself, when you go back into your work or your school, you re-enter business with more focus, commitment, and enjoyment out of life. It also helps you become a better person overall. You see, in 2011, Bart Goldsmith of Psychology Today wrote in his article, 10 ways to feel better about yourself, that one of these ways was to summon the strength from inside. And to channel this positive energy that you've spent so long taking as negativity and to make it into something amazing so you can promote positivity all around you. He also wrote that this inner strength guides to more self-love and appreciation for life. Now, I want to take you on a visual journey real quick and put you in the place of one Iyanla Vincent. You see, maybe you've heard of this woman. She's a marriage and family therapist counselor all over the world. Now, she didn't always grow up with this positive self-image. You see, she had so much negativity surrounding her that made her feel like she was never going to get anywhere in life. But she persevered, and she finally got what she wanted. Until in the year of 2009, she lost her TV show, and everything seemed to fall apart. Her marriage ended, and she even lost her child, who she held so dear to her heart, to a battle with cancer. She didn't think she would ever recover. But you see, when she went on the Oprah show in an episode entitled Iyanla Vincent, Back from the Brink in 2011, she talked about how she went on this amazing self-healing journey that got her back started on her career. And it all started with a few simple words. She looked in the mirror, she went inside of herself and said, "Stop being so dramatic." Now, as harsh as that may sound for someone who went through what she did, she took the words that were coming from inside of her this entire time and created it into something that can promote positivity all around her life and bring her into this amazing person that she knew she could be. Now, even with stories this empowering, there still may be arguments whether or not this actually works, how effective it really is in your life. Some people may argue that they don't have enough time, that there's simply no time to take out for myself because I'm busy with everything else around me. There are 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month. That is 672 hours each month that all of us have on this earth. And as I told you before, the U.S. Traveler determined that 40% of Americans don't even use the vacation time that they're allowed to have for reasons that only cause more self-hatred. You do have the time, you just have to make it. Some people might also argue that doing things for other people is better than doing things for yourself. Now, while I myself do agree that helping other people can give you a spiritual guide into yourself, it's not all that helps you. Because I don't know if you've ever been on the airplane, but they tell you that if the plane goes crashing down, if you want to help somebody, make sure you put your oxygen mask on before you put it on someone else. The same goes for life. Lori Desheen wrote in 2009 in her article, Tiny Buddha's Guide to Loving Yourself, that you have to make choices to invest in your own self-healing. Because you see, the problem is that if all of us were to simply take our mask and to try to put it on someone else, we would all fall and crash. We'd suffocate. And that's no way to live. Now, I've talked to you about the issues with negative self-image in this world and proposing the solution that we all engage in the daily activity of empowering ourselves. But the truth is that this is all for a greater purpose. This world is hurting. It needs healing. And as one of my favorite idols, Michael Jackson, once said in his 1987 hit, Man in the Mirror, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. As cliche as that sounds, it is so true. Because I know that all of us desperately crave to make some difference in this world, to make a change that's going to help everybody. But the truth is that you can't put that oxygen mask on them, or else you're going to die first.